Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fallout 76. This is going to be a bonus episode. We're actually just going to do this challenge until we get it. And once we get it, that'll be the end of the episode. Completely random. We were trying to do it in the third episode, and it was driving me insane. So we just have this little agility course here, which poses several challenges to our dexterity. And essentially what you have to do is jump from platform to platform to reach the tower over there in the distance. And I was trying it for a good little bit in a previous episode. Oh, and I kept doing silly stuff like that. So, I figured it would be a good episode, a good one just to sit back and talk about this game specifically. I don't hate this game. I hate that it was released in the state that it was in. I wouldn't be playing it right now. And, I think a lot of people are bitter because it's like, well, by playing it and by essentially kind of advertising it now, by playing it on a YouTube channel, you're encouraging bad practices. Bad business practices specifically. Like, you're saying it's okay to make something like this and release it, as long as you fix it 2-3 years down the line. And that's even implying that it's currently fixed, which many people would find debatable. And fair enough, honestly. I didn't jump. I got a hard time with that horizontal one. Fair enough. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's not even really necessarily better than Fallout 4, given the latency involved in, just it being an online game. And the fact remains that, I and several other people truly believe that, if more time went into developing what is essentially the single player combat or single player content, rather than waiting for putting all this time into player versus player stuff and oh, you can jump through these. Okay, I thought you couldn't. Rather than putting so much time into player versus player content, getting the netcode to work, etc. Which, I'm ignorant of. I don't know how long that actually took. Fair enough. Maybe it was just like, hey, we just popped this in over from another game and it worked fairly well and we just let it go. But the fact remains that it was released in an unfinished state. So it's tough. It's tough for me to sit here and say it's acceptable for me to be enjoying this. Darn it. Given how many bugs were in at launch, and it was just an absolute disaster, and I think everyone expected more from a game company famously known for its bugs, which, fair enough. It was released unacceptably terribly. And I'm going to keep circling around to the same point. I apologize. I'm not saying it's in an acceptable state now. But for $60, I think it is. Obviously, you can get this for much cheaper than $60 now. But, I think it's in more than an acceptable state for, a full-price AAA game. And I think they've put in a lot of love and soul into it. Jump, you son of a gun! They've put a lot of heart and soul into it. Disconnected from server. I'm sorry? That doesn't seem right. Come on, I'm just trying to give you a chance. No, I think it'd be a bit hypocritical for me not to leave that in, given what we were just talking about. It's certainly not in a perfect state today. It'd be very hypocritical for me to just say, just to take that out and just restart the old gameplay. Man, if that deleted my progress. No, it didn't. Good. But the fact that I even have to be worried about that because of a network transmission issue, which, quite frankly, is most likely not on my end, that's a bit disconcerting. You know, we are however many days in to the game. 1,000. 1,200, let's say. I can't remember exactly when it was released, but let's just say like 1,200 days ago. Why did that just happen? We are 1,200 days. And they still don't have a stable server infrastructure. They still have events on their servers which can cause that kind of, you know, what is, quite frankly, unacceptable behavior. Like, get your crap together. It is frustrating. But underneath all that, underneath the server disconnects and bugs and the fact that it's a... Ooh, what is that? New team event created. The fact that it is a just backwards game. There's good content here. And what I like to compare it to, and in my head right now, is there's a game called like Slasher's Keep on Steam. For those of you who haven't seen it, it is a roguelike dungeon crawler in which you... Oh, there's something there that I keep hitting. Fudge. I don't know, like, why I'm so bad at this. I remember going through here my first time and being like, wow, this is really easy. It's really not too bad when I was on that section. And now the logs are just killing me. But yeah, like, oh, it's not too bad. Or sorry, where was I at? I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway. Just jump up here, jump here, jump here. Bam. Bam. And then we're just going to sit here for a second because we're out of action points. And if I jump again, I might not make it. Oh my goodness. I'm regressing. I'm truly regressing. Oh man. This is the fun and engaging content you come to my channel for. No. I guess what I'm trying to get at with the whole Fallout 76 thing, without trying to ramble too much, is that it's just... I think if a lot of people who are diehard Fallout fans gave it a good chance, they would clearly see it's a worse Fallout than any that have been created beforehand. Except for Fallout Tactics. You know, this is clearly better than that game. Good job, Bethesda. You managed to make a better game than one of the worst games of all time, just in general. You know what? I think you can't hit those hooks. Okay, you do have to run and jump off that one. I keep hitting F1 trying to heal. That would explain why my healing isn't working. So, not that I'm trying to convince anyone to get it. I get it. Like, if it's a moral thing, where it's like, I can't play this game because you don't want to support those bad business practices, 100% agree. Well, agree is a tough way to say it because obviously I'm playing it. You know, I get where you're coming from. But personally, you didn't jump, you son of a gun. I don't want to deprive myself of entertainment because of a crappy thing that the company did 4 years ago. You know, I only got one life. And I want to have fun however I want, you know? That's incredibly selfish. Incredibly selfish way to put it, fair enough. But it's true. You gotta stop popping up like that. I'm sure there's a way to disable that. We made it. It's a new era. It's a new era. This might be it. That's a difficult one. My hands are getting sweaty. Look, we can see the loot. We made it. Oh my goodness. Only took 12 minutes. Some stim packs. Caps. A dinner fork. Ropes. Course note. They all mocked me for those 9 years of gymnastics as a kid, but who's laughing now? Me, that's who. A swarm of those overgrown rodents were seconds away from gnawing me to death when I found this old ropes course. For regular Joe, escaping death appears an impossibility, but not for me. I closed my eyes and imagined I was back on the balance beam. Easy. After I denied those buck-toothed rats their dinner, I got to thinking this spot is really nice, unreachable for those lacking my superior agility. I can board it up and turn it into my own little storehouse. Great idea. I know, sometimes I even surprise myself. Say what you will about the horrible apocalypse and all, but when you're as good as me, it's just another day at the gym. And that's him. Oof. Old Tumblin' Joe took a tumble from his safe house. So, that's kind of where I was coming from with this video. Not trying to defend it, but trying to defend it. You know, I get it. It's a very sensitive topic. And, you know, I don't want to say that this game is worth your time if you're of the opinion that, you know, if you're looking for some more Fallout content, ooh, a ranger outfit. Man, we look so dapper. Then this might be a good place for you. But if you can get past, like, the company is obviously trying to take advantage of its consumers by releasing a game before it's actually completely done and tested. Fair enough, maybe they actually thought it was ready because they were only playing on their private servers. But they had betas. And I'm sure they played on AWS servers, like, before going live. So that's not even really an excuse. They had every chance to make this right, and they chose to release it incorrectly. And that's the cold hard truth. It is. So, you know, it's bad because server disconnects and gameplay loop and, you know, the limitations that they have to put in place because it's running off of a network that's essentially not an offline game. Those are all very bad points. For this kind of game especially, like a single player RPG, I should have the ability to have 10,000 stim packs. In my head, at least. Like, I'd love to collect stuff, and this clearly is a bad game for that. But there's some good story content. You know, like I said, there's some good stuff here, and I'm hoping to be able to show it to y'all. So, that being said, we've completed the agility course, and we will... I'll upload this. And, you know, we'll see where it goes. So thank you all so much for watching, if indeed you still are. And I will see you. What in the world? This is a lovely lantern. We gotta find ourselves one of those. Look at that, we got a little light bulb. Oh, we can make ourselves a little bed too. Thank you all so much for watching, if indeed you still are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!